everyone. We're going to take a look at some of the target problems today. So we're going to start with number 6. So we have John rolls 2 fair 6-sided dice, each labeled with positive whole numbers from 1 to 6. He then writes down the sum and the product of the 2 numbers that he rolls. What's the probability that the sum of the 2 numbers that John writes down is less than or equal to 20? So we know that we're rolling 2 dice, and let's say the 2 numbers that we roll are x and y. So that means that the 2 numbers that John writes down are going to be the sum, x plus y, and the product, x times y, for these 2 numbers above. And we want the sum of x plus y and xy to be less than or equal to 20. So for that to happen, we can write the inequality xy plus x plus y is less than or equal to 20. Now, at this point, we can use something called Simon's favorite factoring trick. And we're going to do that by saying, well, these first 2 terms here both have an x in them. So we can factor a y plus 1 and x out and leave us y plus 1. And then plus y is less than or equal to 20. Now, what can we do to get y plus 1? We can add a 1 here. But if we add a 1 here, that means we have to add a 1 on the other side. So our inequality still holds. This now means that we can factor a 1 out of the second part of this left-hand side, and the right-hand side becomes 21. If we factor out a y plus 1, then we get x plus 1 times y plus 1 is less than or equal to 21. So we know that the first roll plus 1 times the second roll plus 1 has to be less than or equal to 21. At this point, we can simply test to see which numbers work, and we're going to start with x and see which y values work. So if x equals 1, then we have 2 times something has to be less than or equal to 21. Since each of these can only range from 2 to 7, that means all 6 values work. When x equals 2, all 6 values also work, since 3 times 7 is still just 21. Now, when x equals 3, we know that x plus 1 is 4, right? So 4 times what is less than or equal to 21? Well, that means that y plus 1 can be less than or equal to 5, which means that y is anywhere from 1 to 4. Similarly, if we continue on, when x equals 4, we know that y plus 1 cannot be more than 4. So that means that y can be anywhere from 1 to 3. When x equals 5, and when x equals 6, we have 1 to 2. Now, if we add up all of these cases together, we get 6, 6, 4, 3, 2, 2, and all of these added together gives us 23. But we want the probability, right? So we know that there are 23 cases that work, but how many cases total are there? Well, since there's 6 sides on each of the 2 dice, that means that we have 6 times 6, which is 36. So our probability is 23 over 36, which is our final answer.
Hi, everybody. This is Tim. Hope you're enjoying our videos. If so, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that sort of thing. But what I'd really want to invite you to do is to send us an email at media@mathleague.org. Tell us which problems you'd like to see us cover next in our video series. Take care and see you in the next video.